Have you ever felt out of the loop? Like some mothers just seem to know some things naturally that come more natural to them than they do to you. Budgeting was one of those things for me. I always felt like all the other moms had it all put together. They never seemed to fear their electricity getting shut off or eviction from their home. Well, I am proud to say that I no longer fear those things either. And in this video, I'm going to share my tricks to budgeting like a mom pro. If you're new here, I'm Samantha, creator of The Frugal Mom Life, where I share money-saving frugal tips that have helped my family of 5 live a more meaningful and happier life. The first thing you're going to do is make a budget. And I don't mean the ones you have done in the past, where you make a rough draft, you try it out for a week, and then it doesn't work, so you say budgeting just doesn't work for me. I'm talking about really committing to the budget. You're going to make the budget, you're going to try it, and then if it doesn't seem to work, you're going to adjust and keep going at that budget. Treat it like a commitment you made to your marriage. Because if you don't commit to the budget, you're going to fail every time. And don't worry, I'm here to help you. I do have a free budget planner that has worksheets, and it's easy and simple to follow at each step of the way. And it breaks it down into easy to follow steps. So if you need a little help making the budget, don't hesitate to download that. I made it just for you. In the meantime, I will give you a very simplified version of how to make a budget. You're going to get out a piece of paper, and along the top, you're going to make a row of all the dates you get paid. Underneath each pay date column, you're going to make a list of all of the expenses that need to get paid with that corresponding pay date. For example, if I get paid on the 1st and the 15th of every month, then I would have 2 columns, the 1st and the 15th. If my rent is due the 1st of every month, then underneath the column labeled the 1st of the month, I will write rent and how much is due. And then at the bottom of the column, you're going to add up all of the expenses that are due with that pay date, and then you may need to adjust accordingly. The next thing you're going to do is track your spending. This will keep you on track and accountable. You're going to want to write down all of the money you spend, especially those that you did not account for or those that you overspent in. Keep a log on the notes section of your phone, and then every time you go to pull out your wallet to make a payment, also pull out your phone, open that notes section, and make note of that expense, that payment right then and there. This will prevent you from forgetting to put it in later on. Thirdly, or the third thing, is to adjust your budget when needed. It's bound to happen. You won't always know your expenses, and emergencies do come up. So you will need to adjust your budget to account for those unexpected expenses. Also, if you notice a trend like you're always overspending in the grocery budget, then you will want to adjust the grocery budget so that it reflects how much you're actually spending. Don't lie to yourself and say you're only going to spend $100 on groceries when you find yourself going grocery shopping and spending twice that much. It might look good on paper, but you're actually doing yourself a disservice by not being honest to yourself. Knowing what you actually spend and putting that amount on the budget will allow you to properly allocate your funds. Then you know exactly how much you have left for things like savings and birthday parties and those things that just come up. And then fourthly, aka the fourth tip, is to only use cash when making purchases. You can stop at the bank or the ATM once a week and get cash out to use for spending, and this is especially helpful if you find yourself overspending often. Tell yourself you're only going to spend that amount for the week and no more. You may find yourself down to your last $20 bill, and instead of stopping for coffee in the morning, you will save that so that you can get bread and milk later on. I have gone so far as to keep all of my cards at home. You can't overspend if you don't have the money with you to spend. And the fifth and final tip or trick is to shop the sales. This goes for both grocery sales as well as when you're purchasing other items. When you're grocery shopping, look at the sales flyer for the local grocery stores in your area, and then plan your meals around what is on sale. This way, you're not spending an extra 50 cents a pound on chicken when it's not on sale. And if you usually get berries for your yogurt for breakfast, but this week peaches are on sale, then maybe you get peaches instead of the berries, and that saves you a little bit of money there. And when you come across those great deals, maybe you can grab a little extra, stock up on it so that you have it for a meal later on, and you're not paying full price when you need that item for a meal and it's not on sale that week. This is one of the benefits of having a budget and maybe having a little bit of a cushion in the bank account because you're following the budget. You can spend a little more on groceries some weeks so that you can stock up and use it a different week when you need it. Just keep in mind that you don't want to get more than you would use before it goes bad or before you're able to store it. Remember, the most expensive grocery items are the ones that you waste. So don't let those foods spoil before you have a chance to enjoy them. And don't just think of shopping the sales when shopping for groceries. You can also get great deals on things like birthday presents or Christmas presents. I have gotten some excellent deals when I shop for those items. When they're on sale, I will purchase them and save them until Christmas or birthday comes around. I especially like shopping the clearance aisle for things like stocking stuffers, those little random items that only cost a few dollars that you can use to stuff those stockings. So there you have it, my 5 budgeting tricks to help busy mothers like yourself. If you have gotten any kind of value from this video, then please give it a like. Feel free to share the video. And for more budgeting tricks or tips, subscribe to my channel.